Almost every discussion of agricultural workers eventually gets around to housing. It's a problem, a big problem.
The conditions there are I'm really surprised. I didn't imagine what conditions they are living, really.
These people are poor, yet low-cost housing is always in short supply. And the seasonal need for housing complicates things even more. So every spring, when thousands of new workers arrive in towns around the state, often with little cash, no credit or references, and searching for a decent place to rent for 6 months, well, all too often they never find it.
There's reportedly 10 people who sleep up here.
These are images of Oregon farm worker housing taken by inspectors from Oregon OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration.
Live and not covered.
Most farmers who house workers on their land don't register the camps with OSHA, though it's required by law, because that can bring inspectors and legal headaches.
Sunlight that you can see coming in from the outside of the house under the sink.
Yet the consequences for code violations and even for illegal camps tend to be light, because the enforcement agencies are understaffed and because no one really wants camps to close and leave the workers homeless.
It's not the way that they live in Mexico either. You know, even if they are really poor, they have the little house, even if it's a little piece of land or whatever, but they usually own their own houses there. It's going to be a clean house, it's going to be their houses. They have something with dignity.
She says that many of these workers are embarrassed by the conditions they live in here.
They don't say what's going on to their families. They don't talk about the reality here.
This woman stays in a 2-room mobile home near Woodburn with her husband and 3 children. The owner charges $500 a month rent. The toilets are out back, not unusual for farm worker housing. Examples of good housing do exist around Oregon. For instance, these cabins just a few miles away are well built and comfortably equipped. In Nyssa, the county housing authority maintains these rental units for both migrant and year-round workers. The apartments are modest at best, but affordable, and families who can get in consider themselves lucky. In nearby Adrian, a growers association owns this camp. Every summer it houses dozens of migrant families, mostly from Texas. But ultimately, most farm workers will live in a nearby town, like here in Nyssa. Seasonal workers especially often pool money to rent an apartment or house and pack in several people per room. Others will simply pitch a tent somewhere or even live in their car.